Hey guys, for another video. I'm the Epic Modder, aka the Budget Hacksmith. This is my first video of 2021, and I'm going to be building, as the title says, a Batarang, or maybe at least 4 or 5 Batarang. Let's get right to it. Okay, so to start off, I made this sort of thing I'm going to cut out and trace, and I think Google Slides or whatever. So yeah, I made the Batman Superman Batarang because I love Batman Superman, and yeah, so that's basically, I'm just going to cut this out, and trace it onto a sheet of metal. Okay, so I cut it out. It looks pretty good. This isn't the final thing. I'm just like, this is like the stencil, I guess. It's about 6.25 inches, or 6.25 inches. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like all the hard angles. It looks pretty cool. Pretty good for throwing too. There's a bunch of sharp edges. Anyways, so I'm gonna go trace it on a piece of, I believe 12x16 sheet metal. I'll put the link in the description, and I'll time lapse the tracing so you don't have to painfully sit through it for like 2 minutes. I got 6 in this like little section, but you could probably get 25 in the whole sheet if you pack it pretty closely, which makes it roughly, if you get a $6 sheet, maybe like 25 cents of battering, which is pretty good. So I got this new tool for Christmas, like it's called like a sheet metal nibbler. So I'm gonna try it out on this. It's sort of like a hole puncher sort of thing. So it's like, instead of like shears which cut from the side, or like, like scissors that come from the side, it cuts from up top. It like makes a bunch of tiny little holes and then you put into a line. So let's get right to cutting. Cue the Batman transition. Okay, so as it turns out, my drill's actually broken, so I can't really use this because the way it works is there's a little nub and you need to put it inside the drill, so it's powered. So instead, I'm gonna have to use the old-fashioned tin snips. These are sort of like metal scissors, and yeah, they're pretty sharp. They cut pretty thick metal. This would be a little bit harder. And then I have these like sort of pliers sort of things to sort of like pull metal, twist it, bend it into shape. So this will take a little bit more time. Okay, so I've been at it for about 5 minutes now. It's pretty hard to cut, so I really suggest, if you're going to cut these out, get that tool. It's probably a lot easier. So a couple techniques here. One technique is cut around the edges, and then see I'm using the pliers to twist it and pull. The benefit of this metal being so thick is that it's more rigid, so you can sort of like twist and pull, sort of like that. Sorry for the weird aspect ratio. I'm holding my phone doing this, but basically what you want to do here is sort of bend the metal out of the way. Like you can see over here, I sort of bent the edge of this batarang out of the way to sort of kind of the crevice of the other one, sort of cut it out a little bit better. I've been at it for maybe 20 to 25 minutes. So yeah, the techniques sort of bend it out of the way, and the rest of it is just pretty straightforward cutting. Okay, check it out. I got all the batarangs finished. Let's get to throwing. Okay, so that was pretty cool, throwing batarangs. Not much to say about that. But yeah, still pretty fun, still pretty cool. Yeah, so it was kind of hard to, my hand kind of hurt a bit after cutting it because I'm using tin snips. Got pretty thick metal, I think 22 gauge. But yeah, so please put like down below, just to show your support. I should keep making these types of videos, and also I might be making an online store selling a bunch of my creations. So if you guys want to see that, put a link down below. So that's like to fund further projects, because it's sort of like I guess a hobby. And so yeah, before I go, I'm gonna do a sneak peek for what's happening on next week. Okay, so that's it for the mid-credit scene. So like yeah, so I'm gonna make a couple more different types of batarangs in the future, like folding batarangs, whatever Matt Reeves has in his new Batman movie, sort of batarangs. I got the Arkham game, so I'm gonna make a couple of those like Sonic exploding batarangs. So that's it for this video. Like and sub, and stay tuned for next week when I make Stormbreaker.